Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable podcast. It is Monday, June the 1st. May flew by so quick, didn't it? I love June. Love it. The days are long, they're warm, not too hot yet. I don't want to get too hot. I want to taste the spring. And this week is supposed to be beautiful. Today it's like 83 here in New Philadelphia. Sunny, gorgeous. Well, I have been on that recently because of nursing a fractured arm. Yes, a broken arm. And it just happens, when you have little bones, it happens. You just, sometimes you crack things. I don't know what to say. Actually, I did it when I was transferred. It's getting harder and harder, to move around sometimes as you get older and older. But the old saying, it is what it is. And it's getting better, taking some meds, putting some heating pads on it, ice baths, heating pads, I know, back and forth, back and forth. It's getting better. So that's where I've been. Nursing my boo boo. But we got a lot of Phillies to talk about today, some Eagles. We have NBA finals to talk about. Hockey, Stanley Cup final. There's a lot of good sports stuff. Before I do that, I gotta say happy birthday. 100th birthday to the iconic Marilyn Monroe. Wow, hot stuff. And I tell you what, I bet you if she was still living and she turned 100 today, she'd still be a good looking girl. I tell you, one of my favorites. Do you remember her when she's speaking of happy birthday, when she said happy birthday at Madison Square Garden, like 1960 to JFK? He just president, president at 60, 61. And she sang this very sexy, seductive happy birthday to, and she, happy, Mr. President. I'd say the same thing. Happy birthday, beautiful, everyone. Anyway, 100 years. And she's still, think about it, my friends, she's still fascinating. People still write books about her. In fact, there's a new book coming out about her tomorrow. And they've wrote books, they've written songs. Candle in the Wind and John, right, was about Marilyn. And she's just fascinating. How she lived, how she died, unfortunately. Just had a fascinating life. Very, very intelligent too. A lot of people think Marilyn Monroe is a sex bomb, just a ditzy blonde. Far from it. Her IQ was close to 170, and she was a voracious reader. She had like hundreds, if not thousands, of books in her personal. So, not only gorgeous, but smart too. Could she cook? And I don't know. And that wouldn't matter. Hey, having Maryland, right? Or uh, we'd have pizza. And you get used to it. You get used to having pizza. And you have to sacrifice a little. And it's worth. All right, let's start talking sports. The Phillies just completed their West Coast trip. And they went 4-2. Not bad. Not bad. They swept the Padres at 7. The Phillies always seem to have good luck on the stadium, though. I don't know if it's the weather, whatever. But they did. They swept the Padres. And then they lost 2-3 to those pesky Dodgers. Two-time champion Dodgers. But, hey, get away with West Coast trip once. And what do you do? The other thing is, Phillies aren't spoiled. And that's going to catch up to them. So, we're getting standing pitching. This Christopher Sanchez, who I'm going to see in person. My first game of the year in person was Wednesday night at the bank. Phillies and Padres return matchup. Christopher Sanchez pitching. He's got a scoring streak of, 41 innings. He's getting close. The record is 57. But Horsheiser, I don't know his name, the hell his name is. So Sanchez, if he goes 7 innings on Wednesday, scoreless ball, be around 48, 49. And maybe it might take him 2 or 3 more starts to break that record. Not that he could. He's pitching really well. But think about that. All those innings without giving up a friggin' run. That. So I can't wait to see him pitch. I tell you what, as much as I bash the Phillies, and they're worth bashing at times, you got to give them credit for, first of all, properly evaluating Christopher Sanchez when they got him from the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays must be kicking themselves in the butt right now. And signing him to that extension, before he hits free agency, lock him up. So kudos to the folks for doing that. The rest of this stuff, not so good. This Garcia guy in Redfield, he stinks and sucks. I wonder the Texas Rangers cut loose that big. I mean, he strikes out a lot. The whole team strikes out a lot. Why is the hitting coach Kevin Long still on the team? I know what you're saying. The players have to perform, and they do. But the hitting coach has a certain philosophy. Maybe these hitters, they need a different voice to listen to. Maybe they need somebody to push them a little bit, kick them in the butt. I don't know. But obviously, what they're doing now isn't working. I think Kevin Long is one of his analytical advisors. He says, launch angle, don't worry about strikeouts, just try to hit home runs. Wrong, Kevin Long. I hope you're not long for to stay on the phones. But sometimes I think it just takes a different approach. And maybe that's what it takes. I'm surprised when Middleton made the change, getting rid of Rob Thompson in April with Don Mattingly, who's doing a decent job. Surprised that he didn't make the change with the hitting coach. But see, here's the thing. Middleton might be behind this. Why? Because he invested very tons of money in his analytical department with the Phillies. He brought in all these geeks, these geeky people to do the stats and analytics. He made like this whole department, So he invested a lot of time and money in analytics. He wants to make it work. And but obviously so far it's not working because the team is striking way too much. I know there's other baseball teams out there who are using analytics. They're not striking out as much. They're actually scoring every game. So something's not right. Maybe it's the approach. Maybe it's the coach. Maybe it is the players. Maybe these players are just getting too old. They can't catch up to the fastball. And, if you noticed yesterday, Yamamoto, the Dodgers pitcher, he was just blowing away Garcia, Schwarber with fastballs, high up fastballs. They can't reach him. And, the guy is swinging way too late. Anyway, maybe they're cooked, And that goes back to the GM. You bring the same team back, you run the same team back, you got to expect the same results, right? So, in order for Dave DeGrosky to save his job, maybe he will replace the hitting coach. Oh, it was on the hitting coach. Oh, it's not on me. Blah, blah, blah. At least maybe that would buy him a little time. So, we'll see. Phillies played Padres this week. As I said, I'll be Wednesday. Right? And then next weekend, they have the White Sox coming. Those young, exciting White Sox who have lost like 120 games in the last couple of years. They're not their grandfather's White Sox team. They're bad. They're already like 1 game out of first place, 1 of 2 games out of first place in the American League West. They definitely improved. Although this Japanese third baseman, like the son, Yakobaka, Sushi, whatever. He's hurt his hamstring, so he won't be in Philadelphia this weekend. Damn it. He's got like 21, 22, 23 home runs. So anyway, Phillies don't have to worry about it. Eagles. Today is June the 1st, which means today after 4 o'clock, we got about another 2 hours to go. They can cut bait, they can trade AJ. Now, I always hope they wouldn't, because to me, AJ Brown was a terrific, terrific player. If he would only keep his mouth shut, he'd be okay. AJ Brown, I've always thought, I wouldn't miss him if they trade, because he's big and he's fast. He's still young. You can't fly clothes. They don't grow on trees. They just pick them off. Um, I always thought they should throw the ball more to AJ, target him at least 15 times a game, maybe he'll catch 10. Maybe he would block one or two. He's big and he's strong, he's fast, breaking 10 moves. I never thought the Eagle leader was enough. Well, now it looks like he's going to be traded to New England. Maybe there's an outside possibility to go to the Rams. Wouldn't that be something? If he went to the Rams come back here early in October to play the Eagles. Wow, the return of AJ Brown, that just adds even more drama in that game. So, but we'll see. Eagles trade Brown, get rid of the headache. They could plug Leonard in there, let him play. They've got some other wide receivers. Maybe don't get more wide receivers. Who knows? But and they save a lot of money. So okay. Still, I hate to say AJ, but dumb because definitely, no matter what you can imagine, they're going to take a hit. They're going to miss it because there's not too many players with the ability of AJ. So I'm just saying, it'll be interesting to see them starting today. For NBA Finals, Sixers are out, of course. But why do you even talk about the Sixers? He suck. Yeah, they signed a new guy to be their simple general manager, president, basketball operations. A guy who used to work for Cleveland Cavaliers. So that's only a short guy, but I don't know. Let's prove it. All right, I gotta see it. We'll see. We got the stinking New York Knicks playing the San Antonio Spurs. What a series that was, huh? San Antonio dethrones the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think the Thunder will chance 2-0. They played great defense, but there's something about that team. They just weren't hungry enough. I give, as much as I hate the LA Dodgers, I have to give them credit because they have won 2 World Series in a row. Kansas City Chiefs a couple of years ago won 2 Super Bowls. It's really hard to repeat because other teams are gunning after you. You've got to target them, and you may not be as hard as determined as you would. So I don't know. Oklahoma City, they pushed it in 7 games, the series to 7 games. Now you know, all 7. San Antonio too. And so they'll do down the Spurs playing in the last time, ironically, when the Knicks were in the finals, 1991, 81, 98, 91, they played the San Antonio Spurs. Deja vu. And the Spurs beat World Series. This time, even though the Spurs probably in a better team, but they have London, I think it's best the Senate and the big team. Plus the Knicks are not team. They swept the 7-2. But then they swept 3-2. They won 11 playing games. And these guys are more veterans. They're training them, something on that low all Bridges, Watson, the corner team. They get hard. Towns, we've got Rod, we've got Booker, Yogi, Evers, we got all these. So I just did the hot team. I've always done the hot team going the team. And the Knicks have proven me right. Sandy and Tony, see, still a baby. They're still babies. No, Wendy, that's he's been around forever. Has he only 22? San Antonio has plenty of the win teams. They got by to their credit. They got by the city. I just thought the city was as good this year as it used to. The Spurs had their number. They beat them 8 times this year. Can you believe that? 4 times in the playoffs, 4 times in the regular season. I think, even though San Antonio is the favorite in this finals, I think New York gets it done. But the Knicks win in 6. Knicks in 6, my friends. And there'll be a big celebration at that, like the world ended or something out in New York. All those New Yorkers will be up there partying their ass. And that's fine. But look at the Mets. They suck. The Rangers, they're the Mets suck. I love that. The Giants, the Jets, they stink. And the Yankees are okay. They're okay. But they're not in first place. So, all right. You have the pitiful goods. Go ahead. Take on the team. But I like the Villanova boys, the local boys. And I actually think the Knicks are going to see. They're underdogs. You can get a good price on them for 20 minutes. But I actually think they win the series. And they win the first game of the series, which is Wednesday. While that the Phillies could. If you're ever going to take a steal game on the opponent's home court, game number 1 is the game to take. And the Knicks have been off 8 days. The Spurs will have been off 4 days. Makes a big difference, right? Knicks have had all this time to plan. Spurs are just getting off playing a rugged 7-game series with the Thunder. So, there we go. Knicks in 6. And then we have the Stanley Cup Finals starting tonight. Carolina playing Vegas, the Golden Knights. They've each won 1 Stanley Cup in the past. I like Carolina. I think Carolina is going to win this series in 5. You got it. They start the series out in Carolina, starting out Tuesday. Carolina wins the first 2 games. They go back to Vegas. Vegas splits there. Come back to Carolina. They wrap it in 5. That's my prediction right there. The Hurricanes take the Stanley Cup. So those are my champions. Hurricanes, Knicks. There you go. All right, well, that's about it. That's enough of me. I mean, you can't, I'm new way with this Bergen oil, but I'm sure that's enough. That's enough of this guy. Enough. Okay. Anyway, I'm going out my deck, get some sunshine, try to heal this one. And I'll talk to everybody sometime during the week. We will comment about the sports going what, and whatever, this and that going on in the world, right? The pop culture thing, and whatever. Marilyn Monroe, if you're watching this show, which I'm sure you are up in heaven, but what else do you have to do? Ma, Uncle Greg, here's your big kiss. But I would be, she would be 100, and I would be my cousin. She would be way too old for me, wouldn't she? Jesus. Well, Hollywood, that's the way they do it. Hollywood, look at Charlie Chaplin. He was like in his 80s. Kids, what the hell? So, okay. Everybody have a good day. Peace of mind. Oh, by the way, did you get to listen to that new Paul McCartney album? It just came out in front. Called Boys from Dungeon Room. And it's good. I've listened to it. I've listened to it a few times. It's good. It doesn't have like one really outstanding song on it. But I do like the first single, Days with Nothing. It's very nostalgic. Paul's, what is it, 83, 84. He's looking back on his life, his time in Liverpool. And it's a good song, just not, it's not like a Let It Be, Any Word, What Do You? it's a very nostalgic, a lot of memories from fall. But it's good, it's okay. Can't say anything. But and you can tell that this new producer he's working with now, trying to fudge a little bit, kind of trying to disguise his wispy old man voice now. Same with Barry. I saw him on Good Morning Kitson. He's got a new album Friday on one time. And I'm a big bit. And I'm not ashamed. The guy's 83. He's done the 84. Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna be forever. We appreciate people like that. At least he had lyrics and songs you can understand. Some of this stuff out there, I don't think how what kind of talk about. But he can't sing anymore. How can he not be able to sing anymore? And yet you have tour dates scheduled for the summer. Duh. I would be surprised if they put those tour dates. Because just when he was talking this morning, he gets the action. God bless Marilyn, his boomer to had lung cancer. They had to remove part of his left lung. Then he had pneumonia. I didn't even know. So it's kind of sick. They were showing clips of him in his younger days, back in the 70s when he was really a popular singer. And now, and it's a shame, ages. Yeah. But I will say one thing. I love Barry Manilow. I hope he feels better. Don't go out on tour if you don't feel like it. We've got your records. We've got your videos. We can live on that, right? But, it's not good to smoke. He was always a big smoker. And when I was a big fan back in the days, we'd always try to convince him, Barry, don't smoke. Don't smoke. Even his mother, I remember that his mother was in the audience one time when I was in the audience. And the mother would be, pounding on, don't smoke, don't smoke. And he smoked. Now look loud, right? Any of you guys out there back to smoking, you have to give it up, give it up. It's never too late to quit smoking. But we'll see what his new album is like. I've heard a few songs from him. It's not bad. It's pretty good. So we'll see what that is like. The new album's coming. And now the new day to release new albums is Friday. Did you notice that to change? When I was growing up, it always used to be on a Tuesday. You'd wait till Tuesday until the new albums came. Now they switch it to Friday. I don't know why. Maybe because you have the whole weekend to listen to it, or these stars can promote it over the weekend. I don't know. But now Friday's the big day when new albums come. I'm also looking forward to that new Keith Urban album. It's called Slow Flow, for whatever, something Flow. And it's all yacht rock songs. Like Summer Breeze. Yacht rock is hot there. People, even for young people who wish they lived back in the 80s, like I did. You go to the yacht rock shows, they're all wearing those Captain, the Navy caps, the yacht rock. Get it? Yeah, yacht rock. And the shows are very popular, yacht rock shows. So that's coming soon too. A lot of new albums. So we'll catch up on them. We'll talk about them as time goes. Okay? I'll give you a lot of reviews, whatever it's worth. And it's not worth much. But anyway, all right, don't forget, Carolina Hurricanes will win the Stanley Cup. New York Knicks will win the NBA title. And let's see what the Eagles do with AJ Brown, right? Go Phillies tomorrow night, starting the series with the Padres. Everybody, peace and love. Take care. Talk to you.